Hello, I'm David Liesenfeld, pastor of Rock Valley Christian Church, here with today's time of prayer, and it's inspired by the book of Philippians, chapter 2, verses 14 to 15, and it says, "Do all things without complaining and disputing, that you may become blameless and harmless, children of God without fault, in the midst of a crooked and perverse generation, among whom you shine as lights in the world." Now, when you think about it, if you could do all things without complaining and disputing, you would be a light, wouldn't you? I mean, when you think about our world, we like to complain. We complain and dispute about our president, about our governors, about our congressmen and senators. We complain and dispute about how fast we're served at McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's. We complain and dispute about the way we're serviced at the auto dealership or the way people are treating us. We complain and dispute almost all the time in our society. In fact, is there ever a day that goes by in our towns, in our states, where there isn't complaining and disputing going on? Or when we can turn on news programs and not see complaining and disputing? We have gotten so accustomed to complaining and disputing, we don't even realize that this is what's causing so much problem in our communications with one another, and it leads to so much strife because we take it as a part of normal life to complain about things and to dispute with one another. But what if we as Christians, realizing that we've been told to do all things without complaining and disputing, actually, instead of complaining, started being thankful for everything? You know, there's opportunities to give thanks in virtually every situation. To give thanks for the life that we have, that we even exist is an amazing thing. To give thanks for the blue sky and the sunshine, or to give thanks for the rain that comes. To give thanks in all circumstances, realizing that we have a God that's provided us a wonderful life, and what happens is we take it all so for granted. It becomes what is for granted, and then we complain when things that are for granted don't go our way. But there's so much to be thankful for. Can we start being thankful for the people that are around us? To not just get so upset when somebody does something that's annoying to us, but think of all the things that they do that we have to be thankful for. The way they show up, the way they are in our lives in various ways, how they provide blessing to us and other people, to think about the person in more of a positive way. And what about disputing? What if instead of disputing with people, we started finding ways to generate peace and cooperation? We look for ways that were common and try to accentuate the things where there's commonality, where there's cooperation, where we can work together on things and keep the relationships more positive than tearing each other down, than being critical of one another and disputing with one another. Well, God says when we do this, we will become blameless and harmless, children of God without fault in the midst of a crooked and perverse generation. God's saying, look, this is the way it is. People will complain. People will dispute. But I don't want you to be like everybody else. That's the common way. God has called us to be holy as He is holy, to be separate. And that means we need the Spirit of God to be in us, to help us to see things the way God does, that we can do things with thankfulness, we can be peacemakers, we can be gentle, we can be patient, we can forbear with one another and have long suffering with one another, that we can be those that bring a positive, happy, joyful, energetic spirit to one another. So why don't we make that the aim of our life, that we may shine as lights in the world, that we may shine as Christ wants us to. And let's ask now for His help to do this. Let's talk to Him about this in prayer. Let's ask God for His blessing that we truly may be blameless and harmless, lights in the world to the way God would have us to be. Thankful peacemakers. Let's pray.